Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support for when the divorce process has finished. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics related to post-divorce. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of life after divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Now, today's episode, we're really going to dive into a practical and often challenging aspect of, the post-divorce life, and that is dealing with shared debts. What happens to those financial ties after the divorce is final? So let's explore some strategies for navigating this common dilemma. All right, we're going to start with, when couples go their separate ways, the financial entanglements created during the marriage don't automatically dissolve. Shared debts, whether it's a mortgage or, say, credit card debt, or perhaps you got another loan, require careful attention and a strategic approach to avoid potential pitfalls. One of the first steps in dealing with shared debts post-divorce is really to gather a comprehensive understanding of the financial landscape. So this involves, taking stock in all of your joint debts, including balances, interest rates, and payment schedules. You're going to want to have a clear picture, for creating a plan, and it's really, really essential so you can move forward. Now, the divorce decree or settlement agreement often addresses the division of debts between spouses. So it may outline which party is responsible for specific debts or provide a framework for how shared debts will be managed. It is important to refer to these legal documents to understand the agreed upon terms. You got to be in the know. You need to figure this out yourself, and you need to stay on top of it. However, even if the divorce decree assigns responsibility for certain debts, it's critical to remember that creditors are not bound by the divorce agreement. It's unfortunate. I know, I get it. If your name is on joint debt, the creditor can still pursue you for payment if your ex-spouse fails to meet the obligations. You just got to be aware. If your ex-spouse is responsible for a joint debt, it's wise to monitor the accounts regularly to ensure the payments are being made on time. Late payments or defaults can impact both parties' credit scores. You don't want your credit score impacted if it's not necessary. So have that proactive communication about these matters and keep on top of it. Refinancing or closing joint accounts is another strategy to consider. If feasible, refinance a mortgage or consolidating debts into an individual account can help sever financial ties and reduce the risk of ongoing conflicts related to shared debts. So if you can get them out of your name, if they're not supposed to be in your name, it's just going to probably make life easier for you in the long run. Now, in some cases, selling jointly owned assets such as a house or car can be a practical solution to pay off shared debts. It's not out of the question. It may be unfortunate, but really you do what you got to do. The proceeds from the sale can be used to settle outstanding balances, providing a clean break from financial entanglements. Debt consolidation could also be an option. So this involves combining multiple debts into a single loan with more favorable terms, lower interest rate, lower payments, length of time, whatever fits kind of what you need to have, for your finances to make things work. It can simplify payments also and potentially reduce the overall interest burden. However, it's important to carefully consider the terms of any new loan. You want to make sure you understand exactly what it's going to do and how it works, prepayment penalties, any other penalties for that matter. Make sure you know and have a clear understanding of the loan terms. Communication between you and your ex-spouse is paramount in navigating shared debts. And establishing a system for regular updates and discussions about financial matters might be necessary and potentially could help prevent misunderstandings and address issues promptly. If disagreements arise or the agreed upon terms are not being followed, you may have to seek legal advice. I mean, You don't want to, but you have to do what you have to do. A family law attorney specializing in divorce can provide guidance on how to enforce the terms of the divorce decree and protect your interests. Wrapping up here, dealing with shared debts after the divorce is the divorce is final, requires a combination of clear communication, strategic planning, and adherence to legal agreements. By staying proactive and addressing financial matters responsibly, we can untangle the financial threads of the past and move forward with confidence into the new chapter. I want to thank you for joining me on this edition of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the descriptions. Drop me a line, give me a call, shoot me an email. I'll help any way I can. So, divorce is not the end of your story. As we already know, it is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, all the best.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce with Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow.